Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're stopping right here for the first time, you're welcome. In case you don't know, in case you're new here, my name is Ekemini. I'm a student nurse currently based in Nigeria. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for stopping by in today's video. So this is going to be a story time video. I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I transitioned from wanting to be a chartered accountant to a nursing to a nurse. As you can already tell, this is an entirely different route. Like these two routes are very different. They don't have any correlation, they don't have anything in common, but I was able to do it. So it all started when I was young. Actually, you know, when we were growing up now, everybody had their dream job. You see people wanting to become nurses, doctors, lawyers, bankers, this one, that one. I had a role model I was looking at, like I was looking up to at that time. It was one man in my church, Adeyinka Ojediran. That man is cute. He was very spiritual. Him and his wife and his children are super, like, I don't know, if I see a picture of you, I'm just going to insert it on the screen. He's very influential when it comes to talking. Like, he has power. You know, when somebody talks with so much confidence and authority, that is how that man talks. Each time he talks, he's always dropping something that you would use to quote him. It was actually like a pastor kind of thing in my church. So because of him, I had it in my, I was wanting to be an accountant, but because he was a chartered accountant, I was like, oh no, I need to be a chartered accountant. So that was the dream I had when I was growing up. And I finished my junior secondary school, because here in Nigeria we do junior secondary school and we also do senior secondary school. Then you write your school leaving certificate, that's your WAEC. After that one, you will now go and write your JAM and enter any school of your choice. So while I was in the junior secondary school, I was still wanting to be a chartered accountant. I now entered into my senior secondary school. Now in your senior secondary school, you either choose whether you want to be in the arts department, the commercial department, or the science department. And because I wanted to be a chartered accountant, I chose going into the commercial department. I mean, it was all fine. And I did everything. I was learning everything. I was having my dream job. My dream person was in my mind. I was doing everything. It was going on smoothly. I finished my senior secondary school with the aim of still being a chartered accountant. And then I even wrote a JAM. Like, I took JAM and I had 190. I applied for the school. And I think there was ASU strike at that time. So the school calling me, giving me an admission letter, it was taking them time. So it was during that period, I now had a change of mind and I went to Ivory Coast, where I stayed for like 1 year, 6 months. And then I came back. So when I came back now, something happened, one thing led to the other, one other thing led to the other. And then somebody now proposed to me that instead of you going to do accounting, and you know how the Nigerian system is now, a course that you're supposed to spend, like you're supposed to do for 4 years, they will extend it to 5 years, if not 6 years, and then you now graduate. Before you even graduate now, you now go to NYSC, you now do this and you now do that one, you now do this and you now do that one. And in fact, when I came back from Ivory Coast, I could not use that JAM I already wrote. So it means that if I still want to pursue my career, my dream job, or my dream career, I would have to go take another JAM. And you know, JAM is so unfavorable. You can just write it. You might even score higher. But when you go to the school now, like the school that you want to apply in, they would end up not taking you, because, somebody that's even scored lower in JAM can have an admission, and you that score higher, you will not have the admission. So scoring very high marks in JAM it's not like a criteria for you to gain admission in any school here in this country, except some very good schools. So when I came back now, I was now thinking, how am I going to do it? Plus, this thing this person said is not like it's a lie. That is what is happening. If you must school in a public university, you must be willing to like add 1 more year, if not 2. Sometimes it might be 2, sometimes it might be 3, depending on how the government is thinking. So you must approximate like 2 to 3 years 2 to 3 years added to that course you want to study, then you now start studying it. So I thought about this whole thing. I thought about even going back to write jam again. I've forgotten everything I've read, how many years. So I was just thinking of how it was going to be possible for me to go back and write jam and then score a very good mark. And then now even start going to sort for admission. Hi. It was just so big on me. So when this person now proposed that, why not try nursing? It might just work. I mean, if you would go to a school of nursing self that is a private one, number one, there will not be strike. Number two, it's going to be 3 years, and that 3 years is 3 years. You're not going to spend more. You might even spend less. And then nursing is even a, like, it is a reigning business now. Like, if you are a nurse, I mean, you can, like, if you get a good place, you can stand a chance of, you know, making a very good livelihood out of it. And it's a noble profession. So I thought about this. I was now like, if I go and do nursing now, how will I start? If I come to the school now, because I made a little research and I was able to see that if you want to even do nursing, firstly, you will now know physics and chemistry. In fact, first, you will have to go and take another jam, because I was never a science student. I was, all my life, I've been in commercial class. I will now go and start taking jam, WAEC. WAEC now, you write maths. Maths is my, you now write maths, physics, chemistry, and sometimes even further maths. How? So I was just like, this thing, there's no possibility. Oh. And then when I now calculated it that, okay, if I manage to now pass the WAEC and I gain admission into the School of Nursing, I'll still come and do physics. I'll still come and do chemistry. How am I going to cope? So I was just wondering. I was just using, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. I was using it to just hold myself together and tell myself that I can do it. That there are some people that are very dumb, but they are doing it. Then why must it, like, I was giving myself that kind of hope. I wrote it, and you know how the Nigerian system is. Even though you don't know anything, you still pass, especially since it's WAEC. I'm not saying this because I want to castigate our Nigerian government, but that's reality. There is no WAEC that they don't do malpractice. So I wrote the WAEC, and luckily for me, it was good. I had but it's not something I can defend. Like, that WAEC result is not something I can defend. I had a B1 in chemistry. I had a C in physics. I had a C in mathematics, and the other subjects I can do those ones. Those ones were good. So fast forward, I now collected the results and I started applying, and I started sorting for the school I wanted to come to. And one of my friends recommended I come to this nursing school that is Catholic, because in his own words, the school is highly recommended because they are, I mean, they are known to be very disciplined, and quality wise, everything is just on point. So I decided that, okay, no problem. So I applied, and I got it. And then I was called for the entrance exam. I wrote it, I passed it. I was called for interview. I did the interview and I passed it. And then I started school. It was when I started school that the problem began, because it is one thing to pass your WAEC, and it is another thing to now be in the system and now be passing your exams, because that God that did it for you that time, you have to is either you invoke that same God, or I mean, you just look for another means. So anyways, physics came in again and chemistry came in. The other subject are just something I can read and pass, like anatomy is something you can just read. You don't need any extra, like, you need to work hard, but it's not like something that is odd. It's just something you would read and understand. And then foundation of nursing, something you would read and understand. But you see, physics and chemistry, if you don't have a good physics and chemistry background, it is going to be a very huge problem. So when I came in, it was tough, but with persistence, I started searching for people that would help me in teaching me physics and chemistry. We wrote, I didn't even take it too seriously at that time. I was just thinking that this thing is just so simple. I'll write and I'll pass it. But thank God for the way they do it here in my school. They share that first class, which is the PTS class, which we do for 6 months. They share it into two sections. So you write 2 exams in that class. You write like the first what did they call themselves? First phase. You write your first phase exam. If you fail that exam, we offered 9 courses at that time, and if you failed 4, you'll be demoted. But since it is a first phase, you can fail all 9 and nothing will happen, because it's just like a test. Like, it's just for you to test yourself and know if you are really doing well or not. And then the second exam is now the promotional exam, where if you fail that one, you repeat that class, but if you don't fail, you move over to the next class. So when we wrote that our first phase exam, I wrote it, and in my mind, I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I can do this. These people, I mean, some people I'm seeing here, I'm smarter than them, and I mean, they're doing well, so I can do it too. When I wrote that exam and the result came out, oh God, I told you guys, I just told you guys in one of my videos, out of 9 courses, I failed 7. Physics and chemistry was the one. Physics, I think I had a 30. Chemistry, I think I had a 35. And you need a 50 to pass a particular course. So I saw the result and I was like, hey, so if this were to be a promotional exam, this is how I would have been demoted. And what will I now tell myself? Because my juniors will not come and meet me in the same class. No, 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 there's nothing, that stigma. Ha, nah, I cannot deal with it. So when I saw that result, I was actually gingered. I was like, how can I have this kind of result? And then I put in more effort. I worked, never have I ever. I worked endlessly and fearlessly and tirelessly. And the second semester result came out, and I did absolutely beautiful. Although I had a receipt, I failed one course in the second semester. I had a receipt in chemistry, but it was just I had a 45 in that chemistry. And why I had a 45 in that chemistry was because, sometimes now, the formula, but you are using this formula to solve this other work. Why you're using this other formula to solve this other work? That was just the mistake I made. And even when I was doing that, like when I was solving those chemistry in the exam hall, I was telling myself that this is not the formula. This is not this formula, but I kept on going because there was no time. There is no time. And the way it is in my school, you dare not turn to ask your neighbor about a particular thing. If the invigilator catches you turning, or what am I speaking? If the invigilator sees you turning, he will stand you up, he or she will stand you up for like 5 minutes, and you won't write. Imagine you standing for like 5 minutes, you will not write. Exam is like 1 hour 30 minutes. You have not even written anything, you're standing for 5 minutes. That's one. That if you talk again, they'll stand here for another 5 minutes. Others will be writing, you won't write. So there is no such thing as exam malpractice in this school, which is something that is very, very good. Because if you end up passing a particular exam, you know that, and no book. That's just the feeling it is giving here. And I feel it's so perfect. This is what should be happening, because I mean, we are all nurses, so you should know this thing to the core, so that when you go outside, like when you go to work or something, you'll be able to defend your results. That's the aim. So I passed that physics and chemistry, and I was so happy. I was so proud. Today your girl can actually teach somebody some basic physics and chemistry, not like the core ones, the basic ones. So that is how I was able to scale through from wanting to be a chartered accounting to being a nursing. And so far so good. I am loving this profession. I don't think I would have been happy. I don't think I would have been happy being a chartered accountant. It's a good job, it's a good profession also, don't quote me wrong. It's just that it's just to everywhere. Everybody's an accountant. Everybody's just an accountant. That man is still my role model, don't get me wrong. That man is still my role model, but I'm a nurse. I mean, do you know what that is? So it's so cute, and I thank God that I was able to scale through. It wasn't easy, but it is possible. So advice for every one of you out there: if you want to do something and you feel that is what you want to do, please go for it. That is what you should be doing. I mean, you can also, for people, most people also have the questions of, oh, I wasn't in the I was not in the what am I saying, I was not in science class. Now I want to be a medical doctor, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a medical laboratory, I want to be a pharmacist. Yes, you can. It's just for you to challenge yourself and tell yourself that you can do it. And trust me, you will do it. Like, there are people you are smarter than that are doing it. So if they can do it, they don't have two head. According to African parents, they don't have two head. The same way they are doing it and they are making it, you will do it better. So today, at least, not like I'm bragging, but there are people that did science courses, or they were in science class, that I am doing better than when it comes to academics now. So that's just how it is. So it's just for you to determine yourself, tell yourself that you can do it and work for it, and you'll be able to do it. So that is my little story, and that is how I was able to scale through. And I believe if I can, you can too. So there is no limitation to any kind of thing. There is no limitation to anything. If you were a musician and you want to be a doctor, you will be if you want to. It's just for you to go to a good school that will groom you up. Because remember, these things are practices. It's something you'll be practicing. So when you go to a good school, they will teach you what you should do. And there is no way they will teach you and you would apply it and you would not be able to deliver. So baby, that is it, and that is where we're going to be ending this video. I hope you found it interesting, lovely, and on point. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share this video, and I'm going to see you in another of my video. Bye.